Hi, everybody. It's Thursday night. We're almost to the weekend. Yay. I'm so excited. Okay, so tonight we've got a couple of breaks that are fairly short at the front, and then we'll follow that up with a case break of Luminance football. So basically, here's the rundown for the evening. It will be a Gold Rush Series 2 autographed mini football helmet first, followed by 2 boxes of 2017 Panini plates and patches football, and then the case of Luminance. So if you're here for Luminance, you don't have long, but I would say maybe 10 minutes or something like that. Before we get started on that, though, we do have a little information to go over tonight, so let's go ahead and start off with it. So you'll see here a couple of things there. The first one is that my feedback is completely automated on eBay. So what that means to you is anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return. No waiting for me to get caught up. And if you feel like leaving negative feedback, please talk to me about it first. If you're watching this, we're probably okay. But I tell you what, this whole month has been full of people who don't read the description and then think they're buying a whole case of cards for like $4.99 or something like that. Yeah, some crazy stuff. Anyway, of course, those people, it's never their fault they didn't read it. It's always my fault they didn't read it, and there you go. But anyway, if you do ever have a problem, please shoot me a message. Give me a chance to work it out, and I'm sure that we can. Next thing, the most important thing, thank you. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by, for bidding with me, breaking with me, chatting with me, all that kind of stuff. So welcome. However, in whatever way you're here to participate, I'm glad to have you. What you see now is a list of breaks that are already listed on eBay. This is the stuff that's coming up over the course of the next 5 days. Of course, most of you know I list new things just about every night, and they usually run for about 5 days. So tomorrow night, we're going to travel back in time a little bit, open some 2014 and 2013 boxes. We'll do a little autograph memorabilia, including a full-size football helmet, and then we'll wrap it up with a case of finest baseball tomorrow night. Saturday, we've got lots of memorabilia in there. Football memorabilia, basketball memorabilia, some basketball boxes from 12-13 and 13-14. And then we've got 3 2017-18 Donruss Optic first off the line basketball boxes that we'll do together as a break. On Sunday, we've got a little more memorabilia, some 2012 Signature Series baseball, and a half case of 2018 Series 2 Jumbo baseball. Monday, more memorabilia, some 2016 Black Gold, and the last case of Luminance. So that break number 5 on Monday night is the last of the Luminance that I have on hand anyway. And Tuesday, we have got more memorabilia, a 3-peat basketball box. Those are cool because they have an autographed jersey, an autographed actual regulation size basketball, and an autographed picture in it. We'll open some more autographed baseballs. I ordered in a little more of the Onyx Preferred Players. Full-size batting helmet, right? Haven't opened that, so that's a Hit Parade baseball, of course, batting helmet autograph, so we'll bust into that. And then we will do the last of finest baseball. So Tuesday night will be the last of the finest that's on hand. For tonight, once again, the order that we're going in, the autographed mini football helmet, followed by the 2 boxes of 2017 plates and patches, followed by the case of Luminance. A couple of other things to note there. First 2 breaks tonight are free shipping. Anytime you do a break with me that is completely free shipping, it's going to go out 6 or 7 days after the auction ends on average. So expect your mini helmet and your 2017 plates and patches, if you hit there, to go out roughly Wednesday. Our paid shipping break tonight is Luminance. I've got that penciled in for a Monday shipping date. If I can get that out to you faster, I will. Finally, last but not least here on this page, if you're in one of those first 2 breaks and you get skunked, your team is not pulled, you are still entitled to a used consolation trading card. It can be from any year. It can be from any series. I track those teams that don't pull anything for 90 days, a rolling 90-day period. Typically, when you have your next package ship, I'm just going to grab all those that you're due and add them to that package. If you want something sent sooner by itself, you don't want to wait for your next package, shoot me a message on eBay. We'll work out the details. So first up tonight, 2018 Gold Rush Series 2 Autograph Mini Football Helmet. This is break number 15. And of course, it ended tonight, Thursday night, the 14th of June, and we're live streaming it tonight. We've got team names there on one side and the eBay user ID of the winning bidder across from it on the right-hand side. One of those spreadsheets will go up before every break, so if you're not in this break, not to worry. You're still going to get a chance to see your name up there in lights right before we do your break. I did change the focus right there, so you probably noticed the background went out of focus a little bit, and I did that on purpose, so not to worry. We're going to be able to still see everything. Should be fine. I can always tweak it again if I guessed and got it wrong. Hi, Greg. I see you there in chat. How are you doing tonight? Did you get my reply? You asked me about release dates for a couple of things. And basically, Topps has a lot of stuff scheduled to come out on the 27th and the 29th. My feeling is they're probably going to move some of that, but I don't know what they're going to move. Our mini helmet tonight is a Green Bay Packer. That looks like Paul Hornung, right? That's who I would say that is anyway. You have a JSA authentication card there inside of it and a JSA authentication sticker on the back. So the Green Bay Packers with a nice little autographed mini helmet hits in this break. So yeah, Greg, I mean, the way it is set up right now, it would be Inception and Stadium Club both on Wednesday the 27th, and then Museum Collection on Friday the 29th. I really don't think that Topps will leave all three of those breaks compressed into that small of a time frame, but you never know. And until they announce a new round of dates, that's kind of the best guess I can give you on all that. All right, you probably saw this a second ago. If you didn't, if you jumped in late, please take a moment, review what you see there on the screen in regard to your anticipated shipping date, as well as the info about consolation cards if your team is not pulled. 2 boxes of 2017 Panini Plates and Patches football. This is break number 11. Also ended tonight, Thursday night, June the 14th on eBay. Most of our breaks of this were full cases. That was the vast majority of the other that we opened. But I did end up with a few loose boxes. You know, sometimes that happens. Places that you buy from, a lot of times, they don't let you buy as much as you want to buy, right? Like you'll tell them, hey, I'm willing to spend this much money, and they'll say, yeah, too bad. You can buy this, and that's as much as you can buy, and that's the end of the story. So sometimes I end up getting partial cases, and a lot of times when I get partial cases, I just don't accept them. I just say, never mind, let them sell it to somebody else. Occasionally, I will take partials and then do something like this with them, and that's what these are. They're part of a partial case that I just kind of let sit around a little bit, honestly, after the fact. Had these since it came out, and I don't know, we broke so many as cases, it didn't seem like as much fun to break them otherwise, but then after they sat around for a little while, I missed them and decided, yeah, we needed to get back into it. So everything in Plates and Patches is going to be numbered, even our base cards. First up there, you see that is Drew Brees and the Saints, numbered to 50. That is followed by the Vikings, numbered to 75. And there you have Brett Favre. Most of these also will have some minor imperfections on their corners and their edges and things like that. Not as bad as it was last year, but still some that's in there. Numbered to 25, Priest Holmes for the Kansas City Chiefs. For the Seattle Seahawks, numbered to 99, we have Russell Wilson. And of course, each one of our boxes has a printing plate. You might have guessed that, with the name being Plates and Patches and all such as that. So our first printing plate is Joe Montana for the 49ers out of 2017 Prism football. Of course, all printing plates are one of one. Most printing plates are going to have varying degrees of scratches and surface wear. And that's normal because they actually are used in the manufacturing process, right, for the cards. So that's why they come with a little love attached to them. Tom Brady, New England Patriots, originally out of 2017 Donruss football. So the moral of the story is don't be surprised when you get your printing plate if it has some scratches and surface imperfections. It's part of the charm. Rookie Quad Materials, Corey Davis, numbered to 75 for the Tennessee Titans. For the San Francisco 49ers, we have C.J. Beathard, and that is numbered to 99. Definitely, I see a little chipping down there in the lower right-hand corner in particular. But once again, you know, most of these are going to have some minor imperfections like that. Nicholas, how are you, man? What's happening, Nicholas? For the New York Giants, we have Davis Webb, numbered 250. And our final hit out of this is Taywan Taylor, numbered to 25 for the Titans. Y'all probably remember, I said y'all, you all probably remember that Taywan Taylor was my favorite rookie signature out of all of our 2017 rookies. So that's pretty cool. And a nice two-color patch and numbered to 25. So to recap plates and patches, we'll start with the one in my hand. That is for the Titans to 25. For the Giants, 250. For the 49ers, to 99. Titans again to 75. Followed by a couple of printing plates, a Tom Brady and a Joe Montana. Both of those, of course, one of ones. And then we had our four little base cards there earlier. So that has 2017 plates and patches all wrapped up, and that's going to roll us right into a full case of luminance football. Let me get our spreadsheet set up for that. Oh, Nicholas is at work. Well, that's a drag. Nicholas, nobody wants to be stuck at work, do they? That's no fun. I hope you have. Are you going to have a long weekend, maybe, at least? Will they let you off tomorrow since you're working tonight, and then you get off Saturday and Sunday? That'd be good. All right, once again, anticipated shipping date for Luminance is Monday. If I can get it out to you sooner than that, I will. Of course, our paid shipping breaks ship on a different schedule than the free shipping breaks, and this is a paid break. Shouldn't have to worry about consolation cards here because every team should pull a handful of cards at least out of this break. 12 boxes of 2018 Luminance Football full case break number 4. Of course, this ended tonight as well. You got it, Thursday, June the 14th on eBay. Team names on the left, winning bidders on the right. We'll scroll down through here, give you guys a chance to get your mojo working so you can try to conjure up the big hits for your team. I'm going to lay a few more sleeves out on the table so that doesn't slow us down in a minute. And then we are going to bust into a pretty little case of luminance. Oh, you don't. Oh, man, Nicholas doesn't get a long weekend. Well, that's a drag for sure. I'm sorry, man. That's no fun. Of course, I guess we've all done it, right? I mean, we've all had those times where we've had to work more than maybe we want to, but unfortunately, that's how it rolls. We've all got to make a living, and they do tend to make us want to show up before they pay us. Too bad it's not, was it like it's France, right? Where they get like 6 weeks of vacation or something crazy like that. And of course, some of the other countries have, you know, like mandatory nap time and stuff in the daytime. Or I shouldn't say mandatory, I should say built-in nap time. But anyway, they don't give us any of that here in the good old USA. We just get our 1 or 2 weeks vacation if we're lucky and slave away. So there you go. All right, guys, we have 12 boxes in this case. Luminance Football. Of course, you can see it is due to have 3 autographs and 1 memorabilia card per box. I can tell you from experience that in each of the other cases that we have opened, we have pulled at least 1, usually a couple, of Panini Rewards points. When that happens, it means a hit has been replaced by those rewards points. So I take the points and use random.org to award them at the end of the break, if we come across any. Next up, of course, our rookies in here. On many of their cards, they're going to show their current pro team. But oddly enough, on the cards that have their signatures, it usually doesn't show their pro team name. It will show the name of their college team. But of course, the cards are going to go to their pro team. There are a few in here that were undrafted, signed with a team, and have subsequently been cut from that team. However, they're still identified as being with that team in this set, so that's how we're going to send them out. And I don't know, we'll have to hit the rest as we get to it, I guess. Oh, you had to take, oh, I got you. So you took off Sunday and Monday, so tonight they're making you work extra. Well, that's a drag. So our base cards look like this, and they have silver writing. This is an example of one of the inserts, and of course, it's not really an insert, but it has gold writing. And the gold ones are not numbered. There are other colors that are numbered. Gold is a variation, but is not numbered. Ronnie Harrison is our first autograph hit. Ronnie is numbered to 200, and I believe that says 49. It might have said 99. My eyes are not cooperating with me tonight. And it looks like Ronnie Harrison is a Jag. Some of these I still have to look up. I will freely tell you that. I have not learned all of these yet. This is an example of one of our inserts. We'll find a handful of those as we go along. A couple of other inserts in here as well that typically aren't numbered. Occasionally might be. Allen Robinson in the gold parallel. And here comes Denzel Ward. Denzel is numbered to 99 and, of course, was drafted by the Browns. So Cleveland Browns with the nice Denzel Ward. You got a Hines. Oh, you got a Hines Ward autograph at a show last weekend. That's awesome, man. You know, I love my Steelers, and I love Hines Ward. I actually thought about going to the National this year for the sole purpose of the fact that there are like a dozen Steelers players there. And so many of our good players from, you know, our 70s teams and stuff. I really kind of want to go for that, but I don't think I have time. Numbered to 99, there's Matt Stafford and the Lions. Anytime you see that royal blue color for the writing, it will be numbered to 99. Phillip Rivers and the Chargers. Hey, there's a nice veteran hit. It is numbered to 25. You get the relic and the autograph. And that is a nice little veteran hit with Phillip Rivers to 25. Nothing to sneeze at there. And, of course, portraits. We're going to find a handful of portrait inserts as we go along. That one of Mr. Tom Brady. And the Vikings are pulling out a relic, Stephon Diggs. Guess I should keep the signatures. Yeah, we'll do that. Signatures in one pile, relics in the other. Flash is another insert that we'll find kind of throughout as we go along tonight. Justin, you hit on the Chargers. That's your Phillip Rivers, man? That's awesome. Because the Chargers didn't go super high, well, very high tonight. So that's definitely a good return on investment. That's actually, it's kind of interesting because our first case of luminance had a lot of rookies and not very much veteran content. Our second case was similar, but it had a lot of duplicates in it, like an inordinate amount of duplicates. Then our third case was a lot of veterans and good ones. And then tonight, I'll be interested to see what our percentages are, how it shakes out. But it's kind of the thing you forget about on some of these products, like even when your rookies maybe aren't all that good for your team, sometimes if you've got an opportunity for some good veteran hits at a decent price. That is numbered to 200 and should say 49. You can see that is not imprinted real well on the 9 for whatever reason, just in the manufacturing. But Akram Wadley was, of course, undrafted originally and then signed with the Titans. Portrait J.J. Watt for the Texans. Jared Goff in the gold parallel. Oh, here's somebody we hadn't pulled out of here yet. It is Jair Alexander, and of course he played in Louisville with Lamar Jackson. But Jair Alexander was drafted by the Packers. That is numbered to 249. That's a nice little hit. Haven't seen him coming out a lot out of many of these products. Another flash insert. Well, you are right about that, Justin. It is definitely, I mean, it's always a risk anytime you're in a break. There's a big kind of risk reward. It's much like playing the stock market or going to Vegas or any of those kind of things. There's potential for big reward. There's also some risk involved. Numbered to 25. Anytime you see what I'm going to call the Carolina blue color, that's going to be numbered to 25. And of course, Alan Lazard is the Jags. A draft day signature for Darius Geis and the Redskins. And Darius, of course, that's on card. We should find roughly 6 of these on-card draft day autographs. Panini's sales materials say that those should fall roughly every other box. For the most part, that's how they've been shaking out for us. Earl Campbell. Okay, guys, here's the deal with Earl Campbell. You'll see it says the Oilers on there. Guys, if you've broken with me before, you've heard this a million times. But cards always stay with their franchise. So the former Houston Oilers, that team moved to Tennessee. They called themselves the Tennessee Oilers first, changed their name again, moved within the state of Tennessee, became known as the Tennessee Titans. And so that is where that card goes, to the Tennessee Titans. The Houston Texans are an expansion franchise. They were never associated with the Houston Oilers. Justin, I have not pulled Lamar Jackson yet. I would like to. This is the first product where his signature has been live in the product. That is the same with Shaquem Griffin and the Seahawks. This is the first one where he's been live in the product as well. We did pull Shaquem out of the last case, and I think we are definitely due to hit Lamar, but we have not hit him yet. 150 Panini reward point, that's what I was talking about earlier. That has replaced one of our hits in this box. It will be awarded using random.org at the end of the break. So here come the Ravens, but it's not Lamar Jackson. It is Alex Collins, numbered to 125. But I will tell you this about Lamar Jackson. You guys probably already have heard this, but of course, on this last day of the Ravens mini camp, he ran the offense the entire day, they said. He was the only one that threw the football the entire day. So, like, first team reps, second team reps, the whole deal. So, I mean, he's that's numbered to 99, Carlton Davis and the Bucks. I mean, word had been coming out of there anyway that he was pretty much the real deal, and yeah, so they're letting him go at it. There is Kalen Ballage for the Dolphins, also a draft day signature. But my guess is, I mean, they've already said that they're going to be using Lamar Jackson. They're going to use him on the field at the same time as Flacco. Run some plays designed for both quarterbacks to be on the field at once. LT for the Giants. So we know he's likely to be on the field very early on, like not sitting behind anybody waiting for that. But how soon it will be before he takes over the reins of the team and it becomes his team instead of Flacco's team, that I don't know. But by all accounts, he's looking really good up there. And they say Teddy Bridgewater is looking good. Of course, he's with the Jets now, got traded in the offseason. Supposedly, the running back for Detroit, Kerryon Johnson's looking good. Oh, you always hear stuff out of OTA and mini camps and training camps and all that. Sometimes it turns out to be accurate, and sometimes, you know, it doesn't ever translate to the real game world. But I'm really hoping, I think Lamar Jackson will be good. I really do. Here's another Ronnie Harrison. We pulled one of him earlier. Here's a second one, a bookend, if you will, numbered to 249. And you know what? We are not very far away from Elite coming out. It's the 27th or the 29th of this month. And, of course, that's going to be a hot product. Chris Hogan, New England Patriots, and he is numbered to 125. Nice little hit for the Pats. Because, of course, Elite is going to be our first product of the year where we will see our new rookie class in their NFL uniforms on the card. So that's always kind of the benchmark for the year. Anytime Elite comes out from there on in, you're usually looking at NFL uniforms. That's numbered to 25, Roquan Smith and the Bears. Cortland Sutton and the Broncos, numbered to 75. Neil is here. Hi, Neil. How are you? LaShawn McCoy portrait. Tampa Bay Buccaneers has our relic, and it is Mike Evans. Did you guys hear about the Buccaneers had, I don't know, recently, you know, wrapped up their mini camp or something, and one of their new players, I guess one of their rookies, they sent him a text message saying, you know, after you finish up today, remember we have a meeting at, you know, whatever it was, whatever time, whatever place, etc. Except whoever it was at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers typed in the phone number wrong and texted the message instead to a high school kid. So the high school kid replies back and basically says, hey, I would love to be part of the of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers organization, but I'm still in high school. So whoever sent it to him from the Bucks was really cool about it and praised him for being honest, etc., and asked him if there was anything he wanted. And the kid was apparently a Cleveland Browns fan, but said, yeah, well, he also liked Mike Evans. So they sent him an autographed Mike Evans jersey, all because he was a wrong number text. How cool is that if you're that kid? You know, it's pretty cool. Deontay Burnett was originally undrafted, subsequently signed with the Titans, and that one is numbered to 10. So there's a very low number Deontay Burnett. So cool. Oh, Neil, you've got the Bears tonight then. Okay, because you said you saw Roquan Smith go by and that made you happy. So you must have the Bears this evening. Here comes Deshaun Hamilton. That is the Broncos, number 275. It's another LaShawn McCoy flash. You know what else? We've still got some Leaf draft products that haven't dropped yet, that normally have been out way before now, but haven't. I think it's Valiant Draft. I don't even know what the new date is for that. Numbered to 99, Evan Ingram and the Giants. But whenever it shows up, we'll break it. You know I like the Leaf stuff. Michael Gallup, draft day on-card autograph. I think Michael Gallup is a Cowboy, but let me double check that so I don't steer you wrong. Yeah, I have him written down as a Cowboy. And of course, somewhere in here again, he's going to have a base card that will say that on it, but just for the purposes of right now, anyway. Kansas City Chiefs, a Kareem Hunt relic. I'll tell you what else I want to pull out of here, besides Lamar Jackson. I want to pull one of the relics that's Nike swoosh or some of those. I mean, the marketing materials showed a bunch of really nice jumbo relics, and I would like to pull that too. So I think that should be our goal before we finish up with luminance. Which there's just this case that we're working on and one more case that will open on Monday, I think it is. And then I'll be out of luminance. So somewhere in the rest of this case or in that remaining case, I have to find that. I need to find that relic. Stang Lover's here. Woohoo! Stang Lover, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. And you are after the Bengals and the Saints. Well, we'll have to see what we can't conjure up for you. Right now, we seem to be all about Deontay Burnett and Deshaun Hamilton because we keep pulling them a lot. This is numbered to 25. Burnett, of course, again, was undrafted, subsequently signed with the Titans. So there you go. That is a Tennessee Titan. Well, we're going to see, Stang Lover, if we can't answer your universe call, as you put it. We'll see if the universe can deliver a Saint or, who else did you say? A Bengal for you. Here is Arden Key. Arden Key is a Raider. He is numbered to 249, and he does not leave any extra space. We got Baker Mayfield with a tiny little signature, and Arden Key running off the edge of the sticker there. Tyrod Taylor, numbered to 99, Browns. Browns came out again today and said Baker Mayfield is way behind where Tyrod Taylor is, and Baker Mayfield is not going to be starting. They keep saying that. Of course, last year they said all that about Deshaun Kaiser. Oh, he's going to start, and he's definitely going to be our starter all year. We see how that worked out. Kerryon Johnson, draft day on-card autograph for the Lions. So basically, I don't know that they know exactly what they're going to do up there in Cleveland. But for the moment, they're saying Tyrod Taylor looks good, which he should. He's experienced. And that Baker Mayfield still has a long way to go. So we'll see. Jared Goff and the Rams, our jumbo relic out of this box. And then there's Big Ben for my Pittsburgh Steelers. I know, Stang Lover, with 48 hits, we should be able to find one for you somewhere in there. Of course, what if it turns out to be Logan Woodside? I mean, if you were feeling good about Logan Woodside and the Bengals, I don't know if you still are. I mean, they haven't cut him yet, so maybe they're not going to, but it's certainly not a good look to be picked up for DUI as a rookie before the regular season's ever started, especially not in Ohio. I know it's the Bengals and not the Browns, but yet there's still a kind of a remnant of Johnny football kind of throughout the state of Ohio, so that kid kind of picked a bad time to go off the edge there. Tremaine Edmonds. He is a Buffalo Bill. That is numbered to 249. His brother Terrell came to my Pittsburgh Steelers on draft day in the first round. But Tremaine, by all accounts, is really quite good. Minka Fitzpatrick. That's a nice hit for the Dolphins, numbered to 225. Another one of those Alabama Crimson Tide boys from men, I should say, from college. They were all part of the Crimson Tide. Phillip Rivers /99, Chargers. Another Cortland Sutton, Broncos, numbered /75. Yeah, you are right. The Steelers haven't really hit, well, I guess I haven't hit anything tonight, have they, either? Although, yeah, we had a Mason Rudolph. It might have been case before last, though. I can't remember. Numbered /25, Duke Dawson and the Patriots. And Nicholas, I forgot to ask you, how did you do at your show? Like, I know you got the Hines Ward autograph because you mentioned that a minute ago, but I know you said you were taking some things down there too, right? To set up as a vendor? How'd it go? How was all the driving? That was the bad part. Evan Ingram, Jumbo Relic for the Giants. Little Josh Allen. David, you said nowhere near all the draft picks are in these packs. I know, right? I mean, what is the deal? Sometimes this is another one of those cases where there are more duplicates than we have. In some cases, there are hardly any. Some cases, there are more. I like the product. We already looked at these, didn't we? Yes, we did. I do like the product, but like many of the products that we seem to have these days from both Topps and Panini, sometimes these cases don't seem like they've been mixed up very well, i.e. not a good randomized selection of teams, you know? And Wes, I do not have all the draft picks memorized, I will tell you that. I have memorized a lot of them because I've been breaking a lot of stuff, you know? I mean, I broke Score, we broke Elite draft picks, we broke Contenders draft picks, I broke a lot of Leaf stuff, a lot of classics, of course, a lot of this, and then I watched the draft, and there's certain ones I just remember from that, but some of our secondary players and stuff, I definitely still have to look some of those up for sure. I definitely don't know them all. Semi Cobbs Jr. is the Redskins, numbered /225. But between watching the draft and all the breaking and all the sorting, you know, eventually some of them start to stick. Geno Atkins, there's a bingo for you. It is numbered /125, and I know, Stang Lover, I know what you're saying. I hear you there. You're kind of mumbling and like cursing around that you did not want Geno Atkins. But you know what? You should have set your intentions right. When you made your call to the universe, you should have said, I want XYZ bingo, right? Because instead, now you got Geno Atkins. Which is not terrible, but I know it's not who you wanted. It's not funny. I'm sorry. If it was anybody else, I just know, Stang Lover, we have a long history of breaking together, so I'm just imagining. Numbered /99, James Washington for the Steelers. DJ Chark for the Jags. That's numbered /249. And David is asking me if we have had any Sam Darnold. We have not. And what'd you say, Nicholas? Oh, you made your table money back and a little bit more, but you spent it on something else. Let me tell you what, that's how I do most things, right? I make a little on something and then I was like, oh yeah, I can use that to go buy this. I'm the same way. It's hard working shows because you want everything. Numbered /99, Keenan Allen and the Chargers. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we have a relic for Mike Evans. Oh, Nicholas, you've got a Josh Rosen auto out of Leaf Draft. That's cool. Leaf has a lot of Baker Mayfield and, a lot of all of our strong quarterbacks with the exception of, I don't think there's any Lamar Jackson in Leaf. that I remember anyway. Now, I don't know if he'll be in, you know, Valiant draft or not, but in the Leaf products up to this point, there was no Lamar Jackson. But I think the rest of them were in there out of the quarterback class, so pretty good. See, I knew. You said you've got like 10 Geno Atkins. See, I read that right, didn't I, Stang Lover? I knew you didn't want Geno Atkins. Mainly because I probably wouldn't have been after Geno Atkins either, right? I mean, that's the thing. Wes, you bought a single box of this and pulled a Baker Mayfield? That is pretty solid, man. You had a personal box and pulled Mayfield. That is solid. Josh Adams, I believe, was originally undrafted, then went to the Eagles. And that is numbered 299. Portraits, Aaron Donald. For the Rams. I didn't say for the Rams, but you probably knew that already. Dalton Schultz. Now, here's one I don't remember. Dalton Schultz is numbered to 299. And, oh, he is a Cowboy. I was going to guess Cowboys, and then I thought, no, I don't think that's right. But, in fact, it is. He's a Dallas Cowboy. But he's one that I definitely had to look up. Because, yeah, I'm going to just take a flyer on that one. Delaney Walker and the Titans, numbered 299. Brandon, the mini helmet was Paul Hornung for the Green Bay Packers. And here comes Mr. Baker Mayfield. Speaking of the man, numbered to 125 for the Cleveland Browns. So you were waiting on your Baker Mayfield, and finally he's kind of shown up for you. Nicholas, you said your best hit out of your personal box of this was a Mike Gesicki. You know, he might turn out to be pretty good. I mean, you know, that might not turn out to be a bad hit. Numbered to 99, Ray McLeod and the Buffalo Bills. For the Rams, we have a nice little relic numbered to 25, Jared Goff. They're gonna call that a two-color relic because they gave us a little centimeter of white over there. So it's generous to call that a two-color relic, but technically it is. So I guess the important part is it's numbered to 25, but I think they could have given us a little bit bigger slice of the white. That's my thought anyway. Yeah, all right. So Wes says he's feeling Darnold coming. He thinks it's time for Sam. Nick says it's time for Mason, or Nicholas rather, says it's time for Mason or James Washington. I'm telling you though, you need to be looking out for Jalen Samuels. For the Steelers, don't be sleeping on Jalen Samuels. I think he may turn out to be good. We'll see, I guess, but I think that he may turn out to be the sleeper out of our draft class. On the offensive side of the ball, anyway. Cedric Wilson Jr. to 249, and he is also a Dallas Cowboy. Cowboys are kind of heating up a little bit, aren't they? Chandler Jones portraits. But no Leighton Vander Esch. I think we've only pulled Leighton Vander Esch maybe once out of here that I remember. Could be more, but one's what I remember. Numbered to 99, that is Daron Payne, and I always want to say he's the wrong team, so I'm looking him up. Redskins. I always want to call out there's a couple of players that when I see them, I think a team, and I immediately know it's the wrong team, and I have not been able to reset my head. Harold Landry is the other one. That is numbered to 99. Foreman for the Texans. Of course, Landry is a Titan, but every time, you know, I hear it, I think of the Landry that was with the Dolphins and now with the Browns. Well, look at that, Nicholas. You conjured it right up, didn't you? James Washington. How about it? Draft day, no less, on card. Pretty. Oh, and look, you got a Mean Joe Green as well. A little vintage Mean Joe Green card. So, Nicholas, you managed to bring that one right out of thin air. Wes says that I mispronounced the Dallas team, that their name is the Cowgirls, not the Cowboys. That's so wrong. Lance Allworth for the Chargers vintage relic, who already had the nice Phillip Rivers hit earlier tonight. Brad, you are asking me, are you in on this break? Oh man, what is your I don't know by I would have to look at username. What's your eBay username? And I can probably tell you, because I don't always associate real names with eBay usernames. Sometimes I remember them, sometimes I don't. But if you can tell me what your eBay username is, I can tell you if you have Dallas in here or not. Okay, Stang Lover, you are saying Tate, Price, Jefferson, Hubbard, Walton, Barrett, Davenport, Smith to hit. You've got a long list, man. All right, Brad, hang on one second. Let me flip over here and see if you have got the Cowboys. Yes, you do, sir. That is you in this break. And you have already hit a pretty decent number of things as we've gone through. Here comes Akram Wadley again. Once again, he undrafted, signed with the Titans as a free agent, so that's where that goes. It is numbered 249, and I think that stack is getting too high, so I'm going to cut it in half. Calvin Ridley, Falcons, on the insert that just went by. Another Phillip Rivers in the gold version. Dylan Cantrell. Ooh, I don't know this one at all. Dylan Cantrell is numbered to 10. And do I even have... Ooh, I don't even know if I have Dylan Cantrell written on my list of stuff that I forget that I have to write down so I can remember them. I may have to look him up at the end of the break. I'm looking. Yeah, I don't know him, like, at all. So Dylan Cantrell, it'll be whoever drafted him, or if he signed somewhere as an undrafted free agent. I will have to look that up at the end of the break. Someone may be looking it up now. Someone is. They said Chargers. A couple of you jumped in there and said Chargers, so thank you for that. Alex Collins, numbered to 99 for the Ravens. Oh, pretty card coming up. Whoever said this case was a dud really spoke too soon, because boom, yeah, there's the man, Saquon Barkley, draft day, on-card auto. First Barkley, by the way, that has come out of Luminance for me at all. In 4 cases, that is the first Barkley to come out, and that one is a pretty little on-card draft day. So how about that for you? Numbered to 99. Can't say either one of his names. I'm just going to call him OO, and he's for the Rams. Houston Texans have a beautiful relic, Foreman, numbered to 25. Nice 3-color relic coming out for the Texans. Which, by the way, Deshaun Watson, they said, is looking good. Looking really good. So hopefully that knee surgery took and everything's back to normal. Nicholas says that that was all him, that he is the one who has been able to conjure up the big hits. And he might be right, because, you know, he was saying that the case was a dud. And then shortly after he said that, we did start hitting all the good stuff. So it might, in fact, be Nicholas that you need to thank, because that might have opened the floodgates for us. But the Barkley is pretty special right there, especially to be the draft day version. That is a nice hit. Tremaine Edmonds, once again, for the Bills, numbered to 249. Surprised, kind of, that we haven't seen Josh Allen. He comes out of here a fair amount. At least I've pulled him a fair amount along the way. Tariq Cohen and the Bears to 125. We're closing in on it. Not much left now. Semi Cobbs for the Redskins to 99. Oh, all the cards ship, guys. With my breaks, all the cards ship unless the description states otherwise, right? So the only time that anything would be different than all card shipping, it would say so right there in the description, in the part where it tells you the date and time of the break and says the name and quantity of the product. Right there is where it would say it if I ever do a break where not everything ships. Numbered to 225 is Nick Chubb for the Browns. So basically, unless you see something in the description that says that, you can pretty much plan on everything shipping when you break with me. The Vikings, another Stephon Diggs relic. Josh Rosen insert for the Cardinals. And that is that for this case. But you know what? We still have a couple things to do here. We've got definitely some things to recap, but we also have a 150 Panini Rewards Point card that needs to be distributed using random.org. Of course, it replaced one of our hits, came out of one of the earlier boxes. We can't leave that behind, so I'm putting it in a sleeve, not because it needs to be protected. Somebody asked me that one night, why do you put those in a sleeve? Because I can write on them, that's why. Because that way I don't have to go back and try to remember later where this went in random. Okay, so here's what's happening right at this moment. I am, as you see, grabbing all of our teams from the spreadsheet. So we're just going to do a quick little copy. I'm going to bring you with me. We're going to roll right over here into random.org. I'm going to paste them in. I will hit random a single time. Anytime I have more than, you know, say 5 items in a list, I don't really see any need to do it multiple times. So we're going to do it just once. And whatever team name is in the first position after we hit randomize here is going to take home that points card. So it comes up as the Tennessee Titans. So let's mark that down. And then we're going to be ready to recap everything. And after the recap, I will put up the spreadsheet information again. So if you happen to miss that earlier and you didn't see the info about your shipping date and all that other jazz, I will put that up there once again after we recap here. Okay? And here we go. So first up, the Tennessee Titans with our 150 Panini Rewards Point card that once again it did replace a hit along the way. These are our numbered cards that don't have a signature or relic attached to them. Once again, when you see the royal blue color, it's to 99. That's what most of these are. When you see the Carolina blue, as I like to call it, that is numbered to 25. So royal blue to 99, Carolina blue to 25. And that's it. There are some others. There's a hot pink one and another color or two, but obviously we didn't pull those tonight. Here come the relics. These are for the most part unnumbered. We did have 2 that were numbered. This is one of them, numbered to 25 for the Texans with the nice 3-color relic for Foreman. And we had a vintage relic coming out there, Lance Allworth and the Chargers. This one also numbered to 25, Jared Goff and the Rams. Mike Evans, Buccaneers. Evan Ingram for the Giants. Another Jared Goff for the Rams, but that one not numbered, just a regular one. Kareem Hunt, Chiefs. Mike Evans, Bucks, the second one. A vintage Lawrence Taylor for the Giants. A vintage Earl Campbell. Once again, Oilers go to the Titans. Cards stay with their original franchise, even when the franchise moves and renames itself. Stephon Diggs, Vikings. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on now, cards. Don't be going crazy on me. All right, we've already looked at the numbers on these. We've looked at them at the front and the back and all that. So this is just kind of a second little pass through. We're not going to spend a lot of time on the majority of these. But in case somebody missed it earlier, want another look at it, give you a shot at it right now. Nicholas, you're out of here? Okay, well, we'll catch you the next time. And Stang Lover says he got skunked on rookies again. I'm sorry, man. You know what? That is... Let me think about who... If you get in here again, if you get into the next break for Luminance, trying to think, like, what team have I pulled that always hits something? I think the Dolphins pretty much, and I think, didn't they hit in this break too? I think they did. But the Dolphins seem to hit just about every break. The Titans seem to hit most of the time. The Redskins seem to hit most of the time. Of course, I say that you'll pick up one of those teams and then something terrible will happen and they'll get skunked and you'll come after me. But for the most part, of course, honestly, the Bengals often hit too, but you didn't have, I mean, you got Geno Smith, but none of your rookies tonight. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, Stang Lover. Here's our beautiful Saquon Barkley draft day on-card autograph for the Giants, and in the gold ink. You know, there's different color ink on these things too. James Washington draft day for the Steelers. That one was a silver ink. Kerryon Johnson for the Lions. Michael Gallup, Cowboys. Kalen Ballage, Dolphins. And Darius Geis for the Redskins. So as a whole, I think our draft day autographs were very productive in this case. So that's it for the recap. That's it for what we have to open. I am going to put up the spreadsheet info once again, as promised. But hey, for those of you who are taking off, heading out the door right now, once again, thank you. I appreciate you guys bidding and breaking and hanging out with me, chatting with me, keeping me company. So once again, here is the info with anticipated shipping dates for each of our breaks tonight. Note, of course, the free shipping breaks go out on a different schedule than the paid shipping breaks. And of course, if you are in one of the free shipping breaks, that also means that info there at the top about consolation cards will apply to you in case your team was not pulled. Every team pulled cards in Luminance, so we don't have to worry about consolation cards there. Finally, here's the list of stuff coming up over the next few days. So tomorrow night, our case is Finest Baseball. There's lots of other stuff in there too, including some 2013, 2014 football. Saturday night, we've got a lot of odds and ends, a lot of basketball in there, a little football memorabilia as well. And I did find those Optic first off the line boxes. So we're just throwing the ones together that I found and making a break with it. So that's how that's going to roll. On Sunday, we'll do some 2018 Series 2 Jumbo Baseball along with another case of, another box of the Gold Rush Autograph Baseball jerseys, couple boxes of 2012 Signature Series Baseball. Monday is more memorabilia and the last of the Luminance. So the final case of Luminance that I have on hand will break on Monday night. On Tuesday night, we will break the last case I have of Finest Baseball, but also some other cool stuff, including that full-size autograph baseball batting helmet will break on Tuesday night. The three-peat basketball box, which is an autographed basketball jersey, an autographed basketball, an autographed picture, all in one box. That's pretty cool. And a bunch of other stuff. So anyway, that's what we're looking at for the days ahead. And I guess that's got me wrapped up for tonight. So once again, thanks to everyone. I appreciate you being here tonight. And I will be back at it tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll see some or all of you again sometime, maybe tomorrow night, anytime you want to join. I'm usually here. So we'll catch you the next time. Thanks again, everyone. Bye-bye now.